CM Punk might surprise everyone by coming back to WWE while the situation regarding his departure from AEW keeps going on. CM Punk was released by All Elite Wrestling in England late last month. He was released after a backstage brawl involving Jack Perry aka Jungle Boy over a stupid dispute. Recently there's been a huge hype circulating the return of CM Punk to WWE. Since Triple H has confirmed before that he's open to the idea, and with Vince McMahon not running the company full-time, he probably won't even care. Before we get into this video, make sure to destroy that like button, and if you stay till the end of the video and have enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all my latest content. CM Punk's wrestling journey is a compelling story of defiance, perseverance, and an unwavering passion for the world of professional wrestling. When he left WWE, it shone a spotlight on crucial issues within the industry, sparking vital conversations about wrestlers' rights, creative freedom, and their overall well-being. It became clear that Punk was a staunch believer in himself and refused to accept anything less than what he believed he deserved. While Punk's departure from WWE marked the end of an era, his return to AEW marked the beginning of a new chapter in his wrestling career, until this happened. During the AEW All In event at Wembley, there was a moment where Jack Perry seemed to make a jab at CM Punk while he was wrestling against Hook. This jab was related to a backstage dispute about using real glass, and it apparently led to a fight between Perry and Punk after the match. There are different stories going around about what happened, with some even saying that Punk got angry at Tony Khan as well. It's tough to figure out who's at fault in this situation. Perry's comment during the live show might have started the whole problem, but it's also clear that CM Punk has been involved in controversies quite often. Some people wonder if it's because of how strict Punk is about managing things on the Collision show. Anyways, CM Punk got fired after this incident and is now not signed to any wrestling company. Which brings fans to the idea that CM Punk could indeed go back to WWE after almost 10 long years. CM Punk's last WWE venture was during the pandemic era when he wasn't actually a WWE employee but a Fox employee for their WWE Backstage program. Punk's last WWE wrestling venture ended back in the start of 2014 when he was eliminated and chokeslammed through the announce table by Kane at the Royal Rumble. Plans for CM Punk was that he was supposed to feud with the Authority at the time and was fixed for a match with Kane at Elimination Chamber, and then at WrestleMania he would go and defeated Triple H. Punk was upset because he felt the doctors weren't taking good care of him, and he was annoyed that he wasn't getting top billing in the pay-per-view events. So CM Punk quit the WWE, or I guess fired on his wedding day. Not sure how which one actually happened because CM Punk says he was fired and people all around the world say he quit. Anyways, CM Punk went on to the UFC, making his debut and losing. Then he lost again. CM Punk then went quiet for a few years until he did the WWE Backstage on Fox gig before returning to the wrestling world in Tony Khan's company, All Elite Wrestling. He was there for about a year before he got fired by Tony Khan. This was his first firing. He was fired for another backstage altercation but then was brought back to AEW earlier this year before being fired again for another backstage altercation. Recently, some reports have leaked stating that CM Punk was supposed to return to WWE after his first AEW firing. The plan was for Punk to make a comeback at the 2023 WWE Royal Rumble and then have a match at WWE WrestleMania against the wrestler who would eliminate him during the Rumble match. The rumor in WWE was that Kevin Owens was being considered for this role, and Punk would eventually headline Night 1 of WrestleMania. That obviously didn't happen because CM Punk made his return to AEW in June of 2023 on Collision. Now, is CM Punk set to return at WWE Survivor Series 2023? Since the event is taking place in Chicago, the hometown of CM Punk, a place where he always gets cheered at, I think it's very possible that CM Punk will make his return to WWE. Before I get into how I think WWE will book it, let's talk about if fans actually want CM Punk to return. Many wrestling fans that love CM Punk are concerned that he will get booed because of the actions and dramas he loves causing backstage, and because he got booed in AEW in his last run. But the same could be said for Cody Rhodes, except for all the backstage fighting that's all Punk. But Cody Rhodes, just before returning to his WWE home grounds, he was booed a lot during his last run in AEW. Until he made his return to WWE, where right now, he is the biggest babyface the wrestling industry has ever seen since the likes of Jeff Hardy and Rey Mysterio. I believe the same thing could happen to CM Punk. CM Punk's return would most definitely receive a huge bigger pop than Cody Rhodes. Although Rhodes' return was unexpected, CM Punk's return is something the fans been wanting for almost a decade. The rumors for Survivor Series could be probably the Judgment Day, with their new members JD McDonough going against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's teammates, probably Cody Rhodes, and another wrestler in a 5-on-5 War Games match. And that wrestler could be someone that won't be announced until Survivor Series and before the bell rings. So a surprise opponent for the Judgment Day. And that surprise opponent should be CM Punk. The pop would be massive. This could lead to CM Punk going into a long feud with the Judgment Day, just like how Edge feuded with Finn last year. And the feud could last until the Rumble, where Punk either wins the Rumble or Elimination Chamber match and challenges for the World Heavyweight Championship. He would finally get the WrestleMania main event match he always wanted, except it would probably be on Night 1. And Night 2 would feature Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes too. WrestleMania 40 could be when both CM Punk and Cody Rhodes main event the show and stand on top after leaving the rival company. But the major question before getting excited by all this is, does CM Punk have a non-compete clause with the AEW? In pro wrestling, a non-compete clause is a rule in a wrestler's contract when they leave a company. For instance, in WWE, when they release a wrestler from their main roster, that wrestler typically has to wait 90 days, which is 3 months, before they can appear on another televised wrestling show. After those 3 months are over, they are free to work wherever they choose. Dave Meltzer mentioned that he didn't have the specific details of CM Punk's AEW contract, but he discussed the historical practice in WWE contracts. In WWE, if someone is fired for cause, there's typically a 1-year non-compete clause. Meltzer believed that such a long non-compete clause might not hold up in court, especially if the person wasn't being paid during that time. However, his co-host, Brian Alvarez, disagreed and pointed out that non-compete clauses are common in various industries and often legally valid. Meltzer countered that judges have been increasingly critical of non-competes. Since no one knows about CM Punk's non-compete clause with AEW, we should only hope for the best, but not keep our hopes up for his long-awaited return to WWE. What are you guys' thoughts on CM Punk potentially making a return to WWE? Would you welcome him back? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching.